Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's lunchtime with the Habit Master. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I help people change their bad habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Today's Business Wednesday, and we're not going to talk about a lot of blah blah today. We're going to get right into it. So any small business owner, what are we thinking about towards the end of the year, right? How to bring home more pay, and how to benefit on our taxes. Today we're going to talk about tax planning strategies. I have got 6 of them that we're going to get right into. Number 1, the first thing you can do is start thinking about maybe you can defer your income. Sometimes what I like to do is income that I know is coming in at the end of the year, instead of putting that towards 2019, this fiscal year, because my fiscal year ends December. Some people, they end June 30th, but mine goes January 1st to December 31st. Usually what I do is I defer some of that income until January 1st so that it's on next year's tax bill and not this year. So start thinking, how can you, plan? How can you avoid tax and bring home more pay, right? Now, obviously, this doesn't necessarily bring home more pay, brings home a little less pay, but instead of paying tax on that money that you know is coming now, for 2019, you can pay it in 2020 because you never know what next year is going to hold, right? So think about maybe deferring some of your income. Number 2, make purchases ahead of time. What does that mean? Maybe equipment. Maybe office supplies. Maybe you can prepay your rent or prepay utilities. Prepay if your business owns or leases one of the vehicles that you have. Maybe you can prepay on some of that, because that equals money that can be depreciated, more money that can be written off in the 2019 tax bill. Okay, that saves you tax, and that automatically brings you home more pay as the business owner. Maybe you look over your inventory and you say, you know what, we can kind of do some restocking. Buy that stuff ahead of time. Buy it for 2019, even though you're only going to use it in 2020, because then you can enjoy the tax benefits. You can enjoy the write-off. So it's saving you tax on that, and you get a bump in your income, right? Number 3. And this kind of goes without saying, max out retirement. What's the most you can put into either a Roth or a regular IRA or a 401k or a SEP plan or a simple plan? What is the maximum that you, the owner, can put into these tax shelters, right? These retirement plans. What about your HSA account? Can you max that out so that you have that money stored? Maybe you're going to use it next year. Maybe you're also going to, put it away and not touch it, but actually invest it. That's another investment tool that you can use to store money and make it grow, right? But you also get tax benefits off of that, okay? Why pay it to the government if you yourself can use that HSA money? That's what I do. I have a higher deductible plan, so I pay lower premiums. And then, if I don't meet my deductible, which most of the time we're not, right? We're healthy, but we just go for doctor's visits, or maybe you need new glasses once in a while or whatever. Guess what? I use that HSA money that I put back last year to fund this year's stuff. And I just keep taking it out. It's my money. Why not use it, right? And that's where, as a small business owner, you can completely have a tax benefit by an HSA account, a Roth IRA, a regular IRA. All of those retirement vehicles we as small business owners can take advantage of. Number 4, uncollected debt. And this is something that I didn't even know you could do. I don't have too much during the year, but some people, they deal with a lot of customers, and they might have a customer that hasn't paid them. You actually can have your accountant, you give them whatever the amount is, and they can actually use this as a loss for your income, as a loss on the bottom line, and then write that part off. Okay? Just like, a stock that doesn't do well. If you go through it and, you have some kind of loss, they could put that right on your tax bill. Okay? So that's something that I didn't even know you could do, and I'm going to start doing, even though it's kind of low. But hey, every dollar counts, right? Number 5 is damaged or just plain old equipment. It's kind of like the debt that we just talked about. If you have equipment that's just kind of hanging out, that's not really doing anything, you're not using it, you can actually take the value of that and write it off and collect money from that. It can save you taxes. I didn't even know you could do that. 4 and 5 are definitely newbies that I didn't even know you could do. So look around the office, look around your company. Do you have any equipment or old stuff that's just collecting dust, or maybe you want to get rid of it? Before you do, price it out, see what the value of it is, and then tell your accountant, hey, we're not using this anymore. Like a computer equipment. I just upgraded like 6 of my computers. Well, the old computers, what I'm going to do is give them a value, and then I'll ask my computer guy, give them a value, and then turn it into my accountant, and then she can write it off as obsolete, damaged, or old equipment that we're not using. The last thing to think about is charity or even bonuses for your employees, or even for yourself. But thinking more for employees, that can be a deduction. Especially charitable things can be deducted right off the top line of your income, and that means that you don't pay as much tax, right? So I hope that these things today, these 6 things, helps you as a small business owner. Now's the time to get in it, start tax planning for the end of 2019, and start thinking about what you're going to do for 2020, okay? Do you need to make any purchases, new equipment, or hire somebody, or, replenish your inventory, or prepay some, maybe your mortgage for the building, or rent, or something like that? Is there any way that you can pre-purchase some stuff, pay your utilities, pay a couple extra payments on your vehicles? Why not get those write-offs this year for 2019? Why wait till 2020? If you have the surplus of cash and you're going to get dinged on it, you're going to get taxed on it, use that money wisely and prepay stuff, because you'll end up getting that money back anyway next year, and you can lower your tax bill again. Okay? What about maxing out retirement plans, HSA accounts? Do whatever you can to get the most money for you and use the tax code in your benefit, right? Uncollected debt, you can actually use that uncollected debt. Now, it has to stay uncollected, of course, but you can write that off as a loss for the business, and then you're not against any earned income, and then you're not paying as much tax on that. Damaged or old equipment that you're not using anymore, write it off. Give it a value and write that off. And last but not least, charity and bonuses. Anything that you can give, you can get back in tax deductions. So I hope this helps everybody today. Remember to grab yourself a free copy if you want to learn more good habits, how to actually break down the bad ones and build good ones. Go to thehabitformulabook.com. Also, you can check us out on iTunes and Spotify if you're a podcast person. Look for Lunchtime with the Habit Master episodes so you don't miss any. I've also started a TikTok channel, an Instagram channel, and a YouTube channel. Go look for the Habit Master channels, and sign up, subscribe, do whatever you got to do so you can follow me. We're starting to do some fun things, and you can also learn something too, right? That's what this whole thing is about. When I learn something, I'm passing it on to you because I'm the Habit Master with the mostest, right? So that's what we're here for. If you need to hook up something that maybe you're wondering about personally or professionally, you need some tips or clues how to build a better habit, shout me out, drop me a line on email, docaldrich@gmail.com. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and let's build good habits together.
Want more money? Want to get into shape? Want a loving relationship? Okay, so why don't you have these things right now? The answer is habits. Your habitual behavior and thoughts are keeping you stuck right where you are. So how to get past your habits? You've got to open your routine to different thoughts and actions. When you do this, you start to get different results. It really is that simple. But most people don't stick with the changes long enough to benefit from the results. This is where the habit formula comes into place. The habit formula looks at the origin of habits and how they form. Then it takes the next step in showing you how to hang in there long enough to see the results you want. Want to learn more? Go to thehabitformulabook.com and grab your free copy. That's right, it's free. Go to thehabitformulabook.com. Find out how hundreds of other people around the world have used the habit formula to get the results they want. You don't need to be Einstein to figure this out. Go to thehabitformulabook.com today.